The Art of War, Sun Tzu's timeless principles for winning. Know thyself, know thy enemy. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. Pretend inferiority and encourages arrogance. To fight and conquer in all our battles is not supreme excellence. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot, will be victorious. The general who wins the battle makes many calculations in his temple before the battle is fought. The general who loses makes but few calculations beforehand. Prohibit the taking of omens, and do away with superstitious doubts. Then, until death itself comes, no calamity need be feared. The quality of decision is like the well-timed swoop of a falcon which enables it to strike and destroy its victim. Secret operations are essential in war. Upon them the army relies to make its every move. If ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. When envoys are sent with compliments in their mouths, it is a sign that the enemy wishes for a truce. Hence that general is skillful in attack whose opponent does not know what to defend, and he is skillful in defense whose opponent does not know what to attack. For them to perceive the advantage of defeating the enemy, they must also have their rewards. It is essential to seek out enemy agents who have come to conduct espionage against you and to bribe them to serve you. Give them instructions and care for them. Thus doubled agents are recruited and used. In the practical art of war, the best thing of all is to take the enemy's country whole and intact. To shatter and destroy it is not so good. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness. Thereby you can be the director of the opponent's fate. If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight, even though the ruler forbid it. If fighting will not result in victory, then you must not fight even at the ruler's bidding. All men can see these tactics whereby I conquer, but what none can see is the strategy out of which victory is evolved. Know your enemy and know yourself, and you can fight 100 battles without disaster. Regard your soldiers as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. Look on them as your own beloved sons, and they will stand by you even unto death. A good commander is benevolent and unconcerned with fame. Supreme excellence consists in breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. He who is prudent and lies in wait for an enemy who is not, will be victorious. Confront them with annihilation, and they will then survive. Plunge them into a deadly situation, and they will then live. When people fall into danger, they are then able to strive for victory. To see victory only when it is within the ken of the common herd is not the acme of excellence. The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. For to win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. Thus, what is of supreme importance in war is to attack the enemy's strategy. If our soldiers are not overburdened with money, it is not because they have a distaste for riches. If their lives are not unduly long, it is not because they are disinclined to longevity. The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. The good fighters of old first put themselves beyond the possibility of defeat, and then waited for an opportunity of defeating the enemy. If we know that our own men are in a condition to attack, but are unaware that the enemy is not open to attack, we have gone only halfway towards victory. Of all those in the army close to the commander, none is more intimate than the secret agent. Of all rewards, none more liberal than those given to secret agents. Of all matters, none is more confidential than those relating to secret operations. Now the reason the enlightened prince and the wise general conquer the enemy whenever they move and their achievements surpass those of ordinary men is foreknowledge. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. Invincibility lies in the defense, the possibility of victory in the attack. The opportunity to secure ourselves against defeat lies in our own hands, but the opportunity of defeating the enemy is provided by the enemy himself. If you are far from the enemy, make him believe you are near. The art of war teaches us to rely not on the likelihood of the enemy's not coming, but on our own readiness to receive him, not on the chance of his not attacking, but rather on the fact that we have made our position unassailable. He will win whose army is animated by the same spirit throughout all its ranks. It is only the enlightened ruler and the wise general who will use the highest intelligence of the army for the purposes of spying, and thereby they achieve great results. Thus it is that in war the victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory has been won, whereas he who is destined to defeat first fights and afterwards looks for victory. Victory usually goes to the army who is better trained officers and men. Hence the saying, if you know the enemy and you know yourself, your victory will not stand in doubt. If you know heaven and you know earth, you may make your victory complete. The enlightened ruler is heedful, and the good general full of caution. Subscribe, share, and like our content, and let us embark on this magical voyage of inspiration together. Remember, each small action creates a ripple effect, and your contribution can make a significant difference in the lives of many. Thank you for being a part of this extraordinary movement. Your support means the world to us, and it is our deepest desire to create content that touches your heart and enriches your life. With boundless love and gratitude.